Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of OceanBlock 2, where today, well, we make the auto-crafting for Refined Storage 2 and jump a little bit into Mechanism. Is it easy? Yes. Do you want to see how it's done? Of course you do. So jump into this episode with me and see you at the end. Alright, guys, it's not going to be a long one today, but first, let's start off with collecting our stuff from previous missions. The ones that won't auto-collect. I did get a bit of auto-collecting ones done, and I did get another cardboard box. We're going to use that this episode. Ooh. Wait. 10, 24... Okay, yeah, okay, here. Yes, thank you. There we go. That is a lot of storage that we just got. Cables, so that's good. That's good. That gets us into more stuff. More cables. I like collecting rewards that progress our questing. Speed upgrade. Quartz enriched copper. That's okay, I guess. Advanced importer. That's this one right here, which we've got now. So we just need to get the importer or... there we go. We got to get this stuff here to unlock the advanced ones. So there we go. Those are all the quest. Couple destruction core cable, that, and that. All right. So, here we go. Another award. Get this set up here. I am going to set this up one. I want to set this up so that all of these are prepped, ready to go. While did we leave the raft over here? Yes, we had a one of those come in. The airdrops, nothing important on that. And we were where I found the flawless crystals were these type of cross-section ones. So I'm just coming over here, waiting until we're right over top of it. We're looking through the raft here. Just so we can dive down. And I wish we would have better armor. Okay, there we go. The flawless budding crystal. I want this. I think it's just this basic. Okay, so now we can slash home. Teleport back. We have this now. See, we've got this chipped one. We come over, say 1, 2 right here. Place this cardboard box on top of it. And shift the box off. And now we have a flawless up here. So yes. Yes, a flawless crystal. That's going to do so much better for getting us our Certus. where I want to go today is I want to start getting some auto crafting started, but I also need to get along a different quest line before we get further into refined storage to auto craft stuff. We're going to need something that is going to generate us power. And that's right. We do have this. Why don't we have this? Okay, so it's this quest here that requires us to get it. Okay, one quick add these to the list of quests. And like I said, I think we have the stuff to do. We have the thermal electric generators, so those should provide us a little bit better power. If I can remember the best fuel for these. Let me look here at thermal. There we go. We've got them right here. We'll put them in our inventory, press U. And automaton wolf? That's an interesting thing. Okay, so it does not have the list of items that you can stack along the side of them that supply the best power. So I would have to look at that. Oh, that is so nice. Ah, there we go. Those are done. You're going to need more. Nether wart, which apparently I didn't. I thought I had more nether wart on me, but apparently I might have put it away. Nether wart. Let's take you. I love how responsive refined storage 2 is. All right, so there we go. We got the terracotta. Should be enough to get the LV wires and stuff. Trust me on this, I would never use this stuff on any build unless I absolutely have to. Copper wires. Do we have the wire? Yeah, we had the wire mold made. Really want to say the best way to make power with them is lava and ice, if I'm not mistaken, for the thermal electrics. All right, so now that we've got this quest complete, that's just XP, and an uncommon loot, which is a magic mirror. Okay, I'm not sure what these are, but we'll put that away for right now. We'll worry about that later and grab out those thermals. We do have 3 of them here, so recipe for them is really not that hard. It's just constant tin around a copper coil block. It's really super cheap to make these, but we'll start out with 4 of these. We need, or 3 of them. We need stone blocks, or cobblestone blocks. And I'm going to go, say, here. I get this will work right here. So we'll set these up. I'm going to say here, here, and here. Wrap the water up like so. Lava can be held right there. So what we're going to need is 1 bucket of, 1 bucket of lava and 1 bucket that we can use for water. So we can place the lava there. Grab a couple of waters, and that should be generating power. All right, so let's grab the energy. I think ice actually works better, but I can't remember. What is this called? Pipes, energy pipe. What is the recipe for these? Because we really need to make more of these. Electrum and fine wires, which is just nickel. You know what? That is really not cheap. That is super cheap. Nickel and electrum. Let's make 2 sets of these. Yeah, we can afford 2 sets. Okay, that should be enough of these to make 2 sets. There we go. And if we set these all in here, yeah, they're getting electric. Okay, so yeah, this actually is working. And this is the electric line right here. So we'll just bring it to this one. All right, there we go. That is extra electric into the system. Should be fine now. All right, so now that that's done, back to what we're working on. We need to get, I want to get, do we want to go 𝑔𝑡𝑟𝑰O for our smelting needs? No. I just remember it's that way. How about mechanism? We'll go a little bit down mechanisms pathway here. Because I want an enrichment chamber, a powered furnace, to start with. So an enrichment chamber. Okay, metallurgic infuser. Simple enough. Let's make that. And of course you show up right now, right? I don't want to deal with you, dude. Like, you annoy everybody. You heard me. So what if I set you there? All right. You can get power here. And we need 2 of these, which is osmium with 20 redstone. So we need 4 redstone and 4 osmium. We really need to get these ores set up. We need to get a better base. To proceed here. And I'm thinking of building a dome underneath the ground. Like straight down there, maybe make some sort of building underneath the water. What do you guys think? Do you like that idea? If so, leave a comment down below. All right, so we've got those couple right there. All right, we've got the enrichment chamber. With the enrichment chamber, we can go here, place the power there, and now we can go 1 redstone, goes in here. It gets enriched. I think it wants us to enrich 1 redstone and 1 copper. And with enriched iron, okay, here, this is an interesting thing. Enriched iron does not turn into steel. Actually, it does turn into steel dust. Huh. But that requires us to have an arc furnace or melt it down to proceed with it. Okay, so that we need iron. Okay, dude, that's annoying. And a couple more of those guys. How about 2 irons? What do you need for this quest? An advanced circuit. So how about 3 of these? Okay, so wait. Oh, it's copper to make the infused alloy. That's different. That is different. I'm so used to it being iron in other packs. So we got a couple of those guys. We've got a trespasser here on our island. We don't have that trespasser anymore. Okay. 3 of you. Yeah, we should have enough for the 3 of those. And we've got more of this lovely stuff. We're gonna get a lot of this done up super quick. All right, there's that. Another infused alloy. I do not mind. And the energized smelter here. Now that we have the energized smelter, and we've got it powered, we can actually progress with increasing the refined storage. All this stuff still is getting moved once we get to a real base. I know I keep on saying this, and it was near the end of the last series that I got to a real base, but this time, I've got an idea. But I wanted to get this at least set up so we can use this. Did we not get the enrichment chamber achievement? Give me a second. Coal. I think it's 1 piece of coal to 1 iron. Now let us get the steel casing. All right. All right. And we need 1 more piece of coal for this guy. Oh yeah, we've got the basic universal stuff over here. Let's just grab what we can of these free rewards. Because you never know what we're going to get good and useful for the progression here. Oh, quantum interlopers. I love those things. All right. Anything useful? So far, nothing useful. All right. There's just nothing really useful. Okay. Just a lot of the refined alloys here, which is fine. But I want to get automation started here. So what we're going to do is get a crafting grid. It is a pattern grid. That is what we're looking for. All right, so we need machine frames. Oh yeah. That's why we're growing those over there. That's why we needed this guy here, because it's taking a bit for these clusters to grow. And now we can make quartz enriched iron. All right, that should be enough to make this guy. We can get the pattern grid. We need a pattern, which needs 1 more set of these made. We're gonna need more patterns. We should make a pattern to make patterns to make oh. Yeah. All right, so we got those made up. Quartz, another quartz enriched. I think that is all of our 1 things. So we got the grid. And now we should have the pattern grid. And for right now, the pattern grid will go right up there. One of the first things I like making is a pattern to make patterns. That way I can go make me patterns and it will be able to do that. But I need a crafter. To basic auto crafter. That's the ticket. Yeah, we're gonna need more of these stuff. So let's see here. Auto crafter. Okay, yellow auto crafters. Two auto crafters make an auto crafter manager. I'm looking for a certain recipe here. And I think it's the iron crafting recipe. There it is. That we'll want to improve them too. Pretty much right away, which we can. So, auto crafter. Make sure we get that. So, page 2. All right, we need another construction core. Yeah, we are so close to having it. So we're just waiting on these Certus quartz to finally grow up. So let's give this a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, before we finish up this episode, I want to show you guys this very interesting thing. The one that was here broke, but besides that, we still got this flawless one. I was holding the hoe and I was just goofing off, and I noticed that if I twerk holding the hoe for these guys, they grow super fast. So yeah, you guys are waiting and you don't want to wait, twerk for your crystals. Like, just twerk for your limb. I mean, we're up to 52 of them, so yeah, it works. Works a little too well, if you ask me. So we're going to get our first auto crafter here. And let's see here. Yeah, there we go. We're got our first auto crafter. And I'm trying to think where we're going to place it. We're going to place our personal auto crafters this way. We're going to need a wrench. Not just any wrench, the wrench from Refined Storage. Okay, so just so you know. We need another basic. There we go. We got one. Energized smelter. And I love once we start getting automation into these guys, it's going to make our life so much easier. But toss that in there, and now we should be able to get the wrench here. All right, so if you get one of these guys in the wrong spot, just wrench them till they're facing the direction you want them to face, okay? So we can put the pattern for the patterns in there. And so now we can go give us a pattern. We can say craft us one, and it's saying it's missing the quartz enriched iron. So let's make quartz enriched iron. Let's see here, iron. And the reason why we want a pattern to do this is so we can actually make quartz enriched iron. So we can go give us the pattern. I love this new start here for this. This makes it so much easier. We can see based upon like our numbers right away, we can see what we need and everything. And that notify, once it gets done, it pops it up saying, hey, we're done. So you can come pick up your pattern. We can pick up the pattern here, put it in here. And we want to teach it quartz enriched iron. All right, so quartz enriched iron. There we go. We want to teach it this. And now that's in there. So now we can actually say, give us 3 patterns. And now I can automatically make those 3. So now we can go grab those patterns. Crafting is on its way. So now we can make crafters. Okay, we can make the auto crafters with this recipe here. And the machine casing. And we can make the machine casing as well. All right, so we've got those now in there. And now we could actually say iron crafter. And make this. So now, once we put this in here, can we say, give us an iron crafter? Well, it's saying, well, we're missing this trap chest here. And that's because we taught it that it has to be a trap chest, not a regular chest. So we can put this in here and we can click fuzzy. Matches the pattern inputs and uses alternatives. Okay, so we always want to make sure fuzzy mode is enabled. So now, it's now saying that it's missing a chest, okay, and it's missing the black auto crafter. Okay, I'm more confused now. I'm more confused than I was. Does it not need... Should it not be on fuzzy and... All right, there we go. Fuzzy mode off. And now we can say check crafter. Okay, now it's missing the construction core, destruction core, and we can start teaching these to the system. One of the few things I want to do between episodes, but I need at least 3 of these guys. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys why here in just a second. I want to teach it the construction core and destruction core. So construction core, destruction core, which is this and this. And then it's going to say, well, we don't know how to make these, the basic processors. So let's make some basic processors first, which we have one of the raw basic processors. But we're going to need at least two of them, and we can get this into the energized smelter. Okay, so once this is done, come on. Gonna set the smelter up. I think the enrichment chamber up as well. Might do the enrichment chamber up afterwards, but I want a Autocrafter. Okay, so the crafter is done. The Autocrafter is done. I'm going to need an importer. And we can use the advanced importer. It doesn't matter. Cables that we got from this. So therefore, what we're going to do is place the Autocrafter and make sure it wrenched right into there. And we'll say the importer on this side for right now. And now we got to go into the energized smelter here. We're going to say item output that side. Item input on this side. All right, that's fine. And now we can say we need another pattern, one more pattern at least. This way, we can now go with the basic processor units. Raw. We can get this made. And now we can right click this and see this pattern. And we can do that. Now we can set this here. And I'm going to show you guys how to use this later on when we get further along, but should be fine for right now. And now, so if we actually go, give us an iron crafter, what are you missing? It's missing the advanced processor. That's not too bad. We can easily add advanced processors to this system. I just wish the crafted items stay up top for you. All right, so there's this process. And now if we right click this and send it to smelting, there's this process. So we can set that there and put this here. And now we should be able to get an iron one perfectly fine. You hear it automatically processing the stuff as we need it here. You see, once it gets done, it gets picked up by this importer here. So therefore, yep. We should have the iron one here in a few seconds. Do we have speed? We really need the muffling. We have 6 energy, but we don't have the speed. But now we have the iron crafter. So we go in here, we've got the iron crafter, and I'm going to put it on this side of this, guys. And you see here we have 3 rows. This only has 1 row. So for a little bit more, this guy's worth it. Okay. And actually, if we go even higher, like the gold crafter or the diamond crafter, it becomes so much easier, cheaper. It's this raw stuff here. Yeah, there you go. There's the raw one. If you see, it's a bit costly, so we can go iron for right now. I think this is going to be it, guys. We've got the basics of auto crafting with refined storage 2 started here, so we're going to get further along. I'm going to start work on other stuff between episodes, get these upgraded to iron crafters, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, if you like the episode, hit that like button. If you dislike the episode, go right ahead, hit that dislike button. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe and share this with your friends. It means a lot to me. We are trying to push for 1,000 by the end of June. 1,000 subscribers. If you guys can do that and help me get to that number, be greatly appreciated. Until next time. Later, Gators.